Council, we do not object to awarding of this badge, but we believe that the candidates should understand that the rank of Eagle is a responsibility as well as an honor. We respectfully suggest that the applicants be informed of the obligations of an Eagle Scout before the badge is awarded.
Court concurs with your suggestion. It also believes it would be most appropriate for you as Eagle Scouts to state those responsibilities.
As an Eagle Scout, you should realize that you have reached the peak of the scouting trail. It now becomes your responsibility to help those following you on that trail. As an Eagle Scout, you must contribute an even greater part of yourself to your family, your church, your community, and your nation. As an Eagle Scout, our ideals are high and our responsibilities are great. Let the real meaning of the Eagle's badge stand in your heart and mind.
The first obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty, because without it, all character lacks direction. An Eagle is loyal to his family, to his friends, to his countries, and to his own ideals. To thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night and day. Thou canst not be false to any man. Neither pain nor profit, pride nor personal loss shall swerve him in his loyalty. Let the blue of your badge always remind you of loyalty.
The second obligation of the Eagle Scout is courage. Courage gives force and strength to all character, trusting in God and keeping faith in his fellow man. The Eagle faces each day unafraid, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of your badge always remind you of courage.
The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. An Eagle's sacred honor is the foundation of all character. What he really is down deep inside, not what he thinks he is. An Eagle lives so that he will reflect credit upon his home, his church, his school, his friends, and himself. May the white of your badge always remind you to live with honor.
Members of the court, if these candidates are willing, yes, eager, to accept the mantle of responsibility as well as the honor of the badge, then we most cordially welcome them into the ranks of Eagle Scouts.
Thank you all for reminding us of the meaning of the Eagle Badge. Now I'd like to ask Assistant Scoutmaster Steve Newton to come forward and to present the Eagle Charge.
I have the honor to give you, Nick, Brian, Arnav, Liam, and Nick, the Eagle Charge on this occasion to your elevation to the highest award in Scouting. The Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome, significant movements in the world's history. The Boy Scouts of America have judged you worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed the solemn obligation of duty to God, your country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. The good that America has to give you now and to her children in the future depends on the quality of her citizens. You can help make the future of our country even greater than her past. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you perform and every office you hold to the high level of service to God and to your fellow man. So live and so serve that you are an inspiration toward the finest of those who know you. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to building America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God. Whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which every other Scout may justly be proud.
Now Steve will administer the Scout of the Eagle.
I reaffirm my allegiance. To the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize. And take upon myself. The obligations and responsibilities. Of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor. I will do my best. To make my training an example. my rank and my influence
My rank and my influence
strongly count for better scouting
strongly count for better scouting
and for better citizenship
and for better citizenship
in my truth,
in my truth,
in my community,
in my community,
and in my contact with other people.
and in my contact with other people.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
By the virtue of the authority vested in this court of honor by the National Council of Boy Scouts of America, the rank of Eagle is hereby awarded to Scouts Nicholas Galgano, Brian Hakimian, Arnav Kalakar, Liam Morley, and Nicholas O'Brien. Now will Scoutmaster Robert Barone please come present the Eagle badges to the Scouts. Guys, it's time for you to show your appreciation to your parents. Will they please come up and join the Eagles? Get some awards for you guys too.
So when the picture comes You ready, Nick? All right. Yeah. Sorry. Make sure you get behind here. You can down one more, let your fan be a little higher. You all right? Side by side. I might come in a little more.
Time for official
Good.
photos.
All right, there's your official photo.
There are many individuals and organizations that would like to congratulate you this afternoon. And I'm pleased to introduce some of our honored guests. First on the list is Will Abel from the Maricopa Mountain District Boy Scouts. He's our district executive, and I must say, he did a terrific job.
Thank you. We now begin my least favorite part of this part where I speak, so I'm going to make it quick. I just want to tell you it's a real privilege to be here today, and I want to put that into context. Not all communities raise Eagle Scouts. I've only been to a handful of these this season, and you've raised 5, which is incredibly impressive. Beyond that, I think Dr. Barone mentioned about 5%, about 1 in 20 scouts. Here in North Jersey, that number's a little lower. I think these young men are about 1 in 50, so significantly more impressive. And finally, I just want to put into context their merit badges. They don't tell you the story of what they've done. They tell you what they can do right now. Again, which is very impressive. I'm dubious about the dentistry on the 2 of them, but hey, the better speeches are coming. Thank you for letting me attend today and be a part of this. We have some certificates for you. Hopefully I get it right. I just wanted to say that we as Northern New Jersey Council are very proud of you. Congratulations.
do the dentistry. Dr. Christensen did that. I didn't get involved. That's a very hard nerve itch.
Thanks, Will. And now I'd like to ask the principal of Hohokus School, Martha Walsh, to come forward. Okay. We're getting the next guy on the list, also from the Board of Education, Anthony Karleski, who has been up here a few times already, and is dad of two of our scouts.
So on behalf of Mrs. Walsh and the Hohokus Board of Education, obviously we'd like to extend a very heartfelt congratulations to all 5 of these boys. I'm kind of fortunate in the sense that not only am I on the Board of Education, but I also have a role within scouting as well as an assistant scoutmaster, as Dr. Broden said earlier before. And that gives me a little bit of an inside scoop as to what these boys are like outside of school and in kind of more of a social setting. And I can tell you from my experience, they are 5 remarkable young men. I wouldn't want to be, if I was on a whitewater rafting trip with them, I wouldn't want to be in the boat that they're not in. In fact, I want them in my boat. In fact, one jumped into my boat just recently. Aggressively, might I add. I usually go on campouts with a bottle of hot sauce, just in case. It's something I learned from my uncle who was in the military. And I will say, I've been exposed to some interesting, culinary experiences. I've never had wild boar before. I will say it's actually quite interesting and good. I would also say that there are certain vegetables I wouldn't have thought you could put into like a pasta bolognese. But surprisingly, it was really good. And I'm not just saying that because I was extraordinarily hungry. Usually at the end of any camp out, you would eat shoe leather if somebody put sauce on it. But it was actually really good, and so good that I went up for a second bowl. So, but putting the culinary experience aside and the whitewater rafting, again, heartfelt congratulations to all 5 of these boys, young men. You have accomplished a great many things so far. Obviously, there's another big chapter of your lives coming up, and that's college and university. We know that you're going to accomplish amazing things, and we can't wait to see what those amazing things are. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Anthony. Mentioning merit badges, I noticed that 2 of you guys have earned enough merit badges for Paul. So we should be doing something about this. Okay, next on the list is our Mayor, Thomas Randall. Thank you very much for being here, and come on up and say a few words.
Thank you. I bring you all greetings from the Hohokus Mayor and Council. This is certainly one of our proudest days, and I've been here a few times over the years, as I'm sure they can attest to. I think way back in the double digits with Scouts, before we got into the triple digits, I've had the privilege of being here. But it's new every time I come here, and it's just as exciting every time it happens, because I'm in awe of the accomplishment, the dedication, and the commitment that you demonstrated in achieving this rank. There is a great deal of individual commitment that you should be proud of today, and at the same time, obviously, reflecting that back on your Scout leaders and, of course, your family for their support for you over these years to make it to this rank. As I think was said, it alluded at the beginning of this, there are no ex-Eagles like there are no ex-Marines. This rank and what you've accomplished today will follow you through life. The lessons you've learned, the values you've been taught, the skills you've acquired will travel with you wherever you as Eagles land, and they will benefit you throughout. And I hope Nick, Brian, Arna, Liam, and Nick, that during your life, in this time, you use whatever skills you've acquired to become leaders in your chosen field, in your chosen endeavors. And I also hope that you take all that you have learned with you back to your communities and give back to your community in some way. You have a lot to offer now, and with all that comes great deal of responsibility, and I know you will do that well. And just as an aside, I wanted to comment that I did bring with me today Councilman Polycaster, who is the unofficial photographer of Ahokah. So the fellow you've been seen jumping around, taking pictures, he does weddings and bar mitzvahs too. But he will be, he makes a point of getting the good news about scouting out when we can put this on our website and be able to share the pride we have in town with the rest of the town. So congratulations again. And I have some certificates with me as well for all of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. And now representing the fire department, here's John Lees.
On behalf of the Ho-Ho-Kus Volunteer Fire Department, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here to honor the achievements of our community's newest Eagle Scouts. I will admit, in full honesty, that I was not an Eagle Scout. So in preparation for today, I had to do some research. It is truly an impressive accomplishment. It is a massive undertaking, multiple years to achieve. So I wanted to place that in some context that I'm more familiar with, and that is in firefighting. To become a firefighter, to be able to enter in buildings, to rescue people, to put out fires, is 7 months of classwork and practical drills. To become an advanced firefighter is another 5 months of training. Rescue techniques, advanced tactics. It's the basic training requirement to be a line officer in command of fire station. So when we put that together, that is 1 year of training. But when we look at the level of commitment and dedication of our Eagle Scouts, the multiple years that they've had to do beyond that level is really amazing. So I'm going to let that sink in a minute. To be a line officer in the fire service, you have to have 1 year of training. These Eagle Scouts have put in years of commitment and dedication to get to where they are. And these young men are just getting started. So my hat's off to you for your dedication, hard work. I hope you all are proud of yourselves. You deserve to be, for you have made your families proud, your fire department proud, and your community proud. I have here certificates of recognition from the Ho-Ho-Kus Volunteer Fire Department for each of you, and I'll pass them out now.
Thanks very much, John. And now, Rick Saul, our committee chairman for the Troop Committee, Troop 54, has a few words for us.
Thank you, David. Jim Coughlin is our chartered organization representative, member of our Troop 54 committee.
And as such, he serves as a liaison between the troop and the community church of Hocus. Unfortunately, due to a prior commitment, he could not be with us this afternoon. But Jim is a Vietnam War veteran and a very proud member of the VFW. So usually in that capacity with the VFW, he would appear here. But in his absence, he wanted me to award these Eagle pins to the new Eagle Scouts. And quite frankly, they're extraordinary. In fact, I was tempted to keep one for myself, but as they say, a scout is trustworthy. So, keeping with that oath, Robert, we'll pass these out. Thank you. Also, we have for each Eagle Scout a flag, American flag, that has actually been flown over the Pentagon on April 21st, 2023. Really a lovely keepsake. And in addition, a quite sturdy binder to retain all their paperwork, archives, and so forth for the families and for generations to come. And lastly, I'd like to thank Joel Bierwas for filming this Eagle ceremony this afternoon. And in that regard, the link for this film shoot will be available actually later on today. So if you access your home computers, you'll be able to relive this experience or have friends and family who aren't present to take a look as well. And finally, gentlemen, a job well done. Good job.
Thanks, Rick. And I'm sure that all present today join in their congratulations, not only for satisfying the many necessary requirements, but also for the setting of an objective and the perseverance necessary in attaining that goal. And I'd like to think, as I'm sitting here looking at you guys, thinking back over the last 7 years, and what we've all been doing together for 7 years. I'm going to miss you all. It's been a great 7 years, so congratulations. Okay, we congratulate you now because you are now prepared to serve with those who have served you. This is not the end. To you, this should be the new beginning in scouting. To your family, teachers, religious leaders, and others, thanks for a job well done. We've just presented the Eagle Badge. The badge is a mark of identity and a beautiful symbol. Yet, it is only a combination of cloth and metal that will fade in the light of the ideals for which it stands and in which Nick, Brian, Arnav, Liam, and Nick have grown to believe and will grow to more fully understand. In closing this court, it is our hope that what you have witnessed this afternoon will be an ever-present inspiration. To the adults present, please remember, 100 years from now, it will not matter what my bank account was, what the size of my house was, or what kind of car I drove. However, the world may be different 100 years from now because I was important in the life of a scout. To this end, remember that those who seek to serve come our way but as youth only once. Neglect none of them, for among them somewhere may be the one who will lead the world to peace. Following our closing ceremonies, we invite you all to join us in the reception honoring our new Eagle Scout. This court is adjourned. The Senior Patrol Leader, Jack Mastrangelo, please come forward.
Everyone please stand. Color guard, retired colors.
Okay, we've retired the colors and we've heard the retreat, and so we can close it up. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you very much for being with us this afternoon. Eagle escorts, please escort our new Eagles and their families to the reception area in the community hall.
Now, we'll do it while they leave.
There it is.
I didn't get the technology. Wasn't in my wheel.
What we need is a bugler.
We need a bugler. You guys practice over the summer. We need a true bugler. A real one.
Guys.